Excuse me, she said she can hang because she's been hanging out in bars all her life. She said that? The lieutenant colonel said that? Excuse me, Marilyn. You can talk into the microphone. Did you hear that? I got called sir.
Yeah, with the tone she said it.
Oh, it's a tone? When we were at the Air Force Memorial this afternoon, okay, Master Sergeants standing there with all his ribbons and everything. Marilyn says, I was Lieutenant Colonel. And said to the other Master Sergeant over there with his ribbon, I was a Lieutenant Colonel. Right? Oh, I showed him my badge. Ha, ha, ha. I heard her.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I remember I was in high school when in December the war started, when I was a freshman. And the war ended, right after I graduated, the war ended. But before I graduated from high school, I signed up to study nursing as a cadet nurse. And the war ended, and I thought, oh my God, what's going to happen now? Because my dad worked for the railroad, and they didn't make big bucks. So anyway, I thought I was going to have to, I thought I was going to have to work in a dime store the rest of my life. But anyway, I got into nursing school. So when these wars started, I thought, my gosh, and they were talking about, during the Korean War, they were talking about drafting nurses. Am I okay? Am I holding? Okay, now is it better?
You're doing fine. Keep it up.
Okay. During the Korean War, I decided they were talking about drafting nurses. And I didn't want to go to the Army because I didn't think I'd look good in that colored uniform. Or in the Navy, I was afraid to go in there because I didn't swim. So I decided, well, I'll join the Air Force. And the Air Force was the nurse corps was only 2 years old at that time. So then I had to go out and find me, I was up there in the woods in northern Wisconsin, so I had to go and find me a recruiter. So he recruited me, and then I went in, and I was in about 2 days, and they pinned a gold bar on me, and put me in a white uniform, and they put me to work. And I took care of patients, but I didn't know how to salute. I didn't know any of that stuff. But anyway, I survived. So then when I was, during the Korean War started, well, it was all during this. I came to work one day, and the chief nurse said, you have to take care of that patient that came in on the air evac last night. So I went in the room, and there's this kid laying in bed there with one of his legs wrapped up in bandages. And so anyway, I gave him his bed bath like a good nurse. And then I was checking the bandages, and when I pulled him aside, I saw maggots. And oh my God. But anyway, but today they use maggots now to clean wounds. So that's something I learned about. That's probably and I'm better, now I can hear it. And I can hear me better. So, and then the patients would tell me, they were in the Korean War, and they would tell me, I can remember one sergeant told me that he was there when the Red Army was coming, and they were the water was in front of them, and the Red Army was in back of them. So they thought, well, the only way they're going to get out is they chopped down trees and made rafts. And oh my God. So anyway, but that was what it was like. But I was, as I said, I was a woman in the military, and there were certain things we couldn't do. I tell people I was treated like a second-class citizen. If I got pregnant, they'd kick you out. Any woman got pregnant during the beginning, they would just kick you out. That was it. There's no excuse. So, okay, but I behaved myself. I didn't get pregnant. So anyway, then we couldn't if we married somebody, we could declare our husband a dependent because unless he was disabled himself. But there were all sorts of things that we had to put up with because you men took over. Yeah, you men. But the men someplace did that. So anyway, today is and just lately in the last couple years, people have been thanking me for my service, and I'm wondering, what are you thanking me for now? I did all that work before. And today it was really made me feel good because, and especially on this flight, because nobody ever fussed over me because I was a lieutenant colonel. I was like dirt when I was on active duty. Well, a little bit more than dirt, but anyway, but it really made me feel important. And I want to thank you all for that. You even jumped a few of you when I got near you. Oh, you wanted me to hug you. I like that, too. Oh, but I like the best part, I guess I should tell you, but the horse that was, what did I call him? That horse was that horse was snuggling up to me. I thought, oh, God, now, God. That's the best I've done.
That was a police officer's horse.
I know, well, but still it was a horse, a male horse. I think, I didn't check.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, well, good. Well, anyway, that's,
Stallion.
oh, my God. That's even better. Wait till I go back to this old nursing home and tell them what I've been going through with you people. But I wanted to thank you. Huh? Now I got to go up and take my pills, that's right. But anyway, I wanted to thank you all because you made me really feel important. And that, I guess that never really happened. Because, I mean, when I was in Lieutenant Colonel's, women were dime a dozen. But it was kind of nice, I thought, my paycheck. But I'll do up. Here, that's enough.
She's great, and she's going to go to the hospital to get some medication. So she said she's been sick, but she's doing really well.